So today, we're going to dig into a new platform called Frycold.com. And what's interesting here is that it's trying to completely flip the script on how we do local online shopping. You know, it's all built on this pretty simple idea. What if we could just get rid of all those extra costs and hassles we've gotten so used to?
I mean, think about it. Have you ever ordered from a favorite local spot through one of those big apps, and then you get to the checkout, and the bill is just way higher than you expected? All those hidden commissions, the fees, it's a massive headache, not just for us, but for the store owners too. So the big question is, what if we could just cut out that middleman completely?
Well, that's pretty much the core idea behind Frycold.com. The whole thing is built on this belief that, connecting with your local businesses shouldn't have to involve some expensive go-between. The goal here is just to make the whole thing as direct and simple as it can possibly be.
Okay, so how does this actually work? Because we're not talking about just a little tweak to the system here. No, this is more like a total overhaul of how local shops and customers connect online. Let's really get into it and see how they're trying to change the game.
Honestly, the concept is so simple, it's kind of refreshing. Frycold.com is just a platform that connects you directly to local stores. It shows you their real, actual, in-store prices with absolutely no hidden markups. What you see is what they charge.
All right, let's break this down. First, let's look at it from our perspective, as the local shopper. I mean, how is this really any different from the apps we're already using? Well, it really boils down to two things: transparency and putting you back in the driver's seat.
The process itself is super straightforward. So you browse through the local spots near you, you see their real menus with the real prices. Then, when you decide what you want, you just pay a small fee to the platform to get connected. And after that, you're talking directly with the store. The rest of the transaction is completely between you and them. And that's the secret sauce, right? That's how you dodge all those inflated app prices.
And this really gets to the heart of it for you, the customer. The price you see on the site, that is the actual price you'd pay if you walked into the store. There's no sneaky buffer, no hidden percentage tacked on to cover some platform's cut. It's just the real price.
So what does this all cost you? Here it is. $1. That's it. And it's important to note this isn't a service fee in the way we usually think about it. It's just a simple, one-time connection fee to put you directly in touch with the business.
Okay, so that's the deal for the shopper. Now let's flip things around and look at this from the other side of the counter, from the store owner's perspective. Because for them, the benefits are just as huge. I mean, you could even argue they're revolutionary. You know, those traditional apps, they take a massive bite out of every single sale, sometimes as much as 30%. That forces stores into a tough spot. Either they eat that loss or they have to jack up their prices for customers like us. Frycold.com just gets rid of that whole problem. By getting rid of commissions entirely, it means the store's profits are actually protected.
And this, right here, this is the number that could change everything for a small business. 0%. Seriously, not 5%, not 15 or 30, 0. That means every single penny a customer spends on their order goes straight into the pocket of the business.
And really, that's what this all boils down to. Why should a local merchant have to give up a huge chunk of their hard-earned money just to show up online? This model is all about giving that financial control back to them.
And you can imagine, this translates into some real freedom for these business owners. Think about it. They get to set their own prices, they can list their whole menu, not just the high-margin stuff. They can grow their business without that constant fear of commission fees eating them alive. Bottom line, they're in control, and they keep what they earn. Okay, so we've seen both sides. Now let's connect the dots and see how this little $1 connection fee is the engine that makes the whole thing work for everybody.
The whole flow of a transaction is just really clean. The customer, that's us, we pay that $1 to the platform. That's for the introduction, basically. From that point on, everything else happens directly between us and the merchant. The result is just a simple, direct deal where the merchant gets to keep 100% of the money from the sale.
So if you want to boil it all down, it's this. Frycold.com isn't a commission-based platform. It's really more of a discovery and connection platform. The way it makes money is from that small connection fee from the user, and that one simple fee is what allows the merchant to operate completely 100% commission-free.
All right, so let's zoom out a bit. What does all of this mean for the bigger picture? I mean, is it possible that a model this simple could actually change the future of how we shop local?
When you look at it, this is a model that really tries to empower both sides of the equation, the shopper and the store owner.
By just cutting out that expensive middleman, the whole idea is to bring a little bit of directness and honesty back into local commerce.